Is that what me and Lennon said all along? Is that Miami was fraudulent? Or did they just lose to a very hungry Georgia Tech team? We'll get into that and much more. How's it going, everyone? Season 2, Episode 13 of Campus Gridiron. Oh boy, last week the upsets did not disappoint, and we have a couple of games that we are looking forward to covering this week in the Week 12 previews. Lennon, we knew the Gators game was going to be slaughter, and that's exactly what it was. And at some point or another, you got to take accountability. You can't go on this whole, we are not firing Billy Napier, and then you start off the game trailing 42-0. You can't do that.
I don't like to make excuses, but we had 14 players out. Like, we're just not healthy right now. And we probably won't be healthy this week and the week after that and the week after that. So I've thrown this season away. The Florida game got so bad that I turned on Georgia Tech Miami and saw the third and fourth quarter of that game. I expect, I don't know. We got our, what's handed to us, and we deserved it too. And we just did not play good at all. But, it's okay. LSU this week, so we'll see how that goes.
Ladies and gentlemen, a late arrival. Drew's back.
Oh, sorry. I just heard we were talking bad about Florida and how bad they got the shit beat out of them. So I thought I should, come in here for a little bit.
Do a little bit of trolling.
Maybe beat the hell out of USF too, but that's okay.
All right, so let's see how it is. We can do this if you want to.
I don't want to go toe to toe.
That's what I thought. Let's all be grateful that we are not FSU. Okay, let's just all be grateful.
Yeah, exactly.
Or not Tommy Castellanos, who
We'll get into that later in the show. Mm-hmm. Breaking news announced earlier today. Let's get on with the games. And, now that you mentioned Boston College, I guess we'll mention their game first. So they did end up beating Syracuse. Grayson James is now the new quarterback. But we got to talk about Kai Robichaud. $198 on the ground and 2 touchdowns. I have not seen him play this explosive. He was supposed to be the RB1 heading into this year. He ended up being the RB2. And overall, he has looked impressive down the stretch. Now, Boston College gets pretty much a must-needed win. I would classify this as a kind of an upset over Syracuse, but they needed this win to secure a bowl game. They only have 3 games left. SMU, Pitt, North Carolina. Lennon, they need to beat the Tar Heels if they're going to have a shot at a bowl game, because they are not going to beat SMU or Pitt.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I did not watch this game at all, so I can't really comment too much. Boston College needed to beat. I was honestly surprised. I probably would have took Syracuse, but Boston College ran the ball really well, and they beat Syracuse. How about that? But, yeah, you'll probably beat North Carolina too, so
I'm going to be honest. Who would watch this game willingly? Unless you go to Boston College. No one cares.
Yeah. 2 friends in Massachusetts care. That's about it, though.
Mike don't. Mike don't.
I didn't give a fuck about this game.
Mike don't. I just wanted to bask in my glory. I wanted to celebrate the fact that for the first time since week 4, we're above 500. It's a party in BC. Yeah. All right. Well, hey, it could be worse for Syracuse. I mean, this is what happens when you underestimate a very good Georgia Tech team. Cam Ward strip sacked with 1:20 left. Miami does not touch the ball. And what did I say last week? It was going to be the running back Hayes. He was going to show why he was very good. First play of the game for Georgia Tech, 81-yard rushing touchdown, opened up the floodgates. This is huge because now Miami came into last week ranked at, what was it, number 4, number 3, and now they're dropped down to 12. Huge implications for the ACC playoff picture. Drew, what was your initial reaction when you saw that the Hurricanes got beat?
I was pretty happy. As a fan of a team who got absolutely demolished by earlier in the year, it's great to see them lose and see Cam Ward absolutely shit himself. So it's always a great day when the Miami Hurricanes lose.
Yeah, my message is about literally the exact same. As a fan of a team who got destroyed by UM in the year. Listen, dude, I had a strange feeling about this game just because, Georgia Tech opened the year in Ireland and got Florida State, who was shouldn't have been ranked that high. But the game was good. Cam Ward, great quarterback, right? I think we all can agree to that. But he does too much sometimes. Like on that phone, he just tries to do too much sometimes, and it finally backfired on him. So, I think Miami's going to be fine. I think they can win out from here, but who knows? It's just good. The ACC just got a whole lot more interesting, though. That's for damn sure. Because now SMU's on top of the division, undefeated. So,
oh yeah,
it's gonna be very interesting. But yeah, I was laughing. They made up for Florida getting steamrolled by Texas. So I throw up the.
Georgia Tech, by the way, now improves to 6-4. Hurricanes drop to 9-1. Well, Mike, I mean, what did go wrong? I thought from what I saw, it was the run defense. Just did not come to play. They let Haynes, they let King get a lot of rushing yards on them, and that was. Do you think that was a difference maker?
Yeah, it was just the run defense, and then our offense couldn't get going halfway. After the time, it was like fourth quarter. Sometimes we'll score like a 50-yard touchdown, and then the next play will go 3 and out. And it's like, can we score or not? It was confusing.
That's what happens when you have an overrated quarterback.
He's thrown over 30 touchdowns. He's okay.
Overrated quarterback.
Something Brown?
Exactly. Something Brown.
All right.
I will not tolerate Byron Brown slander. Okay, guy's been hurt, not his fault. The fault's on our linemen who get him hurt. Okay, Byron Brown is a absolute beast of a man, and you will not talk crap about my king.
Get a better old line then.
Better O-line then. What a comeback. Honestly,
Listen,
I'm not talking shit about Brown. I talk shit about your own line.
there's a thing called Power 4 and non-Power 4, right?
And
So
you're
Power
not in
4
the
gets
Power
all
4.
the good recruits, right? All right.
SFU is not even the first team in the play. There's a Power
Sorry,
4 team not making the playoffs this year.
what was
Not
that?
USF. It's Boise State.
What was that?
You're not in the Power 4, and there's one team in the playoff making the playoffs this year, and it's not USF.
Yeah, I know that. It's because we don't get good recruits in Miami. We live in the worst place to get good recruits. When we have Florida, FSU, well, not really anymore, but Miami, and so UCF. We have so many good teams around us. It's so hard to recruit, and you basically just take all the good recruits and leave us with the bottom feeders of whoever we have left. So it's not really
how do you
fair.
think Florida Atlantic feels when it comes to that? Because they're the only school in Florida that is more irrelevant than you guys. So.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Don't forget FIU.
Yep, there it is.
In FAMU.
Oh yeah,
And the
FIU, the Panthers, they suck.
Very bad. Yeah, Pitbull can't. Pitbull can make a NASCAR team good. He can't make a football team good. But
Told you.
Moving on to the man who called the upset last week, Ole Miss. I mean, 28-10, and it was a 3-possession game. Ole Miss dominated from the word go. I told you guys last week, Jackson Dart was my original Heisman Trophy winner, and I'm not gonna shy away from that. And I put confidence in him. Sure, he threw a pick. Sure, he didn't have to do a whole lot in the second half, but he threw for a touchdown. He threw for almost 200 yards. He felt confident, and Ole Miss's defense did the rest. What a huge upset. Georgia came in last week, ranked as number 3. They come away with the loss.
Jackson Dart was
Let me just say this. I love Jackson Dart. He is a great quarterback. He is a Heisman contender. He's not going to win the Heisman. Ashton GT will win the Heisman by a long shot.
You think
Travis Hunter doesn't deserve it. Okay, he just doesn't deserve it.
Thank you.
I think we can all agree with that. I mean, me and Mike have been saying for months now it's either going to be Gentry or Ward, and now that Miami just lost, Ward probably took a huge hit.
But Jackson Dart has done very well recently, and Ole Miss is coming back. It's the Kiffin days, baby. I love Kiffin. I love Ole Miss. I love Jackson Dart. I love what's happening in Ole Miss right now.
Yeah, see, Florida fan here. So Miami losing, Georgia losing, and Florida State losing all in the same day made getting our asses kicked by Texas so much more enjoyable to watch. I didn't trust. I knew Ole Miss could do it. I just didn't think they could get over that hump, but not beating the big boys in the SEC. And here we go. Georgia's got, was that 2 losses now for Georgia?
Yep.
I told you, SEC's just beating up on each other, man. It's rough out here. But Jackson Dart played amazing. Ole Miss's defense is amazing. Lane Kiffin's amazing. Just it's the powder blue jerseys, bro. I'm telling you, it's the baby blue jerseys that give them everything.
Well, Lennon, and I know you may have had some speculation about whatever Lane Kiffin was going to do in the offseason, but you even posted it on your Instagram story. He seems convinced that he is staying in Ole Miss for the long haul. He seems to love it over there.
He's just saying that. We're gonna
just saying that to say that in the next year when Gators.
We all know his real home is in Gainesville, Florida, but we'll get
beat Samford first, please. Before you say something, beat Samford at home first, please. Okay?
We did.
You did?
Samford, yes, twice. The first time we let him score 50. This time we blew him out like 42-14.
Have you played him at home, or have you played him this year yet?
Yeah, you played him at home. That was the first home game, and where DJ threw like 4 touchdowns.
Who's the team I'm thinking of? It's near the end of your schedule.
LSU?
No.
Florida State, Ole Miss, Kentucky.
I don't know.
Tennessee, Georgia.
It might have been FSU's schedule that I was thinking of.
Drew is tweaking.
Yeah, do what you mean. Okay.
It might have been FSU's schedule because they play, I think, like Charleston Southern in like week 13. So
really,
dude, if they lose to Charleston,
the upset. I don't know. By the way, Florida State. And they got absolutely romped by Notre Dame. We knew that was going to happen. They fired their OC, their wide receiver coach, tight end coach, and someone else. They just went on a firing spree and just gutted that coaching staff.
But they kept the head coach. And I'm telling you, the only reason Mike Norvell still has a job is because FSU can't afford to buy him out. That's at least in my opinion. Now, I'm not in FSU's program. I don't follow their program that much. I don't know anything about it. But to my knowledge,
stop lying. You stalk that program religiously. Stop lying.
That's not true.
Yeah, it really is true.
It's not, though. But, yeah, okay. But Mike Norvell.
For those that follow Leonard on Instagram, you know what I'm talking about.
I don't know. I don't stalk them. I just have,
I
have friends who happen to go to that university, and they tell me everything. But
and then you post about it, so it's kind of like.
Well, I talk crap about them because that's a rivalry. It's what we're supposed to do. Like I'm sure, like you would post about UCF all the time if you really wanted to, but you don't play them anymore.
No, because I don't give a shit.
Yeah, because they own you. but that's okay.
Whoa.
Mike, this is what we do.
Do I need to go back into the logs of FSU versus UF and just read off the scores?
We own them too. We lead the season.
I think the last time you beat FSU, you had Felipe Franks at quarterback.
No, that's not. No, we beat him we beat him with Trask. And then we beat him with who was the quarterback before him? Richardson. 2022.
2021, that's pretty sad, man.
Yeah, 22 or
21.
Yeah. Sorry, we're gonna beat them this year though. It's okay.
I hope so. Jesus.
No, not if Aiden Warner plays. But okay, I think we're done arguing. We can move on. Like this is just what we do, bro. Like it's just
Mike is getting
go back and watch the week 2 or week 3 episode. We went back and forth on Mertz and Lagway for like 20 minutes.
I'm sitting here like, hello, I have shit to do while these two arguing about.
Dude, I have food sitting in front of me. I'm fucking hungry here.
The Drew's like, no, Lagway's got to. I'm just like, will you two stop bickering? Jesus, it's
I'm childhood best friends, dude. We it is what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, speaking of trouncing, Florida State. Well, you were too busy laughing at them. We should probably also laugh at LSU because they got absolutely killed at home, 42-13. Jalen Milroe, 4 rushing touchdowns. Weird, but count them. He played well. And this is going to greatly benefit Alabama, pretty much locking themselves in the playoffs now. What do we think about Alabama? And, I mean, God, this has got to suck for LSU. They fell hard in the weekly ranks.
LSU literally brought out a live tiger just to get smacked.
We were talking about that last week. They brought out the live tiger. Didn't help them.
To be honest, I really wasn't watching the game because I was too busy rewatching Game Day and watching Paul Skeens and Livy Dunn more than one another. But Lennon and I are in the same boat.
Proud Instagram viewer Livy Dunn. Respect it. She's viewed my Instagram story like twice.
Mine too, a few times. I think, but I was more fascinated the fact that Pat McAfee got LSU fans to say neck at 8:00 in the morning.
Your bit.
That was great. That got me cracking up.
That he did him. He did it with Brian Kelly too. That was hilarious. But LSU, tough place to play. Apparently, didn't bother Alabama at all. I mean, Bama just the tide rolled. I was honestly really shocked because LSU is a much better team than whatever they put on the field against Alabama. And Kalen DeBoer's never lost a game in November, to my knowledge. So there you go. Maybe that's what Bama needed, just to get to November and let Kalen.
I mean, you can't really say anything about Kalen DeBoer yet because he went from Washington, who played some absolute scrubs.
Yeah, no, I'm not. No, he's going to be a good – if he can get his system and get some players in, when all the Saban's kids leave, I think Bama's still going to be pretty dangerous. But they're vulnerable.
We'll see.
But they're vulnerable, and LSU just did not I don't know what happened to them either. They overlooked Bama, which I think is stupid. I don't know why you would. I don't know. Jalen Milroe just continued. He's so, weird, though, man, because, he plays really bad, and then he plays really good. And he played phenomenal.
Consistency can hurt you, can't you, Mike? Well, what do you think of Milroe's performance? We know the rushing attack is there, but you look at the 109 passing yards on Saturday, and you go, well, he did a lot with his feet, but still the passing game's not really there for Milroe.
Well, Milroe had a great performance, but I don't like Milroe in general. I don't think he's going to succeed in the NFL at all. Because as soon as he rolls out the pocket, he runs the ball. Which, if you do that in the NFL, you're going to get your head taken
He's not a quarterback. He's a running back.
Guess who did that all the time in college? Johnny Manziel. And look at what that happened.
Exactly my point.
The best quarterbacks are the ones that wait to throw even when they escape the pocket. If I was a recruiter or a coaching staff, that's what I would look at out of a quarterback.
Tommy Castellanos, 20 picks? 20 picks?
20, yeah, he's getting up there. Last one of the day. And Pitt, man, they were undefeated 2 weeks ago. Now they're ranked 23rd, fighting for their lives. Their shot at the ACC is pretty much over because we're going to get into their game this week. That will be one of our games that'll count towards the prediction, and I think we will all have the same winner in that one. But shout out to Virginia, and they rushed the ball well. Their defense stepped up huge with a couple of turnovers in the second half, and now the Cavaliers improving to 5-4. And again, kind of sticking with those mid-card teams in the ACC.
I could not care less about that game.
I know you couldn't. That's why we went by it quick. On to the breaking news, and it is true. Thomas Castellanos will enter the transfer portal. He will have between December 9th through December 28th to commit to a new college for his senior year. Next year will be his third program. Freshman year at USF, and then UCF, University of Central Florida, my apologies. And then, of course, the past 2 seasons in Boston College. And let me just say, as someone who actually watched this guy over the last 2 years, inconsistency. That's the number one word that comes to him, because he would perform well in the Fenway Bowl last year against SMU, and he'll start off the year throwing 5 touchdowns and 0 turnovers. He'll go on the road. This is right before we knew Florida State was frauds, went on the road, played great, threw a game-winning touchdown against Michigan State. Boston College is 3-1. And then the Missouri game happened. He didn't look great. He threw 3 picks in that game. That was when you kind of knew, is this guy the real deal? The one game that stood out to me was the game against Louisville, where he could not move the ball all second half. Louisville chipped away at the lead, won the game in the fourth quarter. Castellanos could not lead Boston College down the field in a game-winning drive situation. And the inconsistency continues. He gets benched this week for Grayson James. Grayson James isn't great by any means. He threw a touchdown. Boston College ended up getting the win. But I feel like Castellanos kind of gave up on Boston College a little bit. Bill O'Brien benches him in the second half of a 1-possession game. He steps away from the team for 3 days before announcing this afternoon he was entering the transfer portal. Something that 2 months ago I would have called you nuts, but it shows how quickly things can change in sports. And again, it's just inconsistency. He was a fun player to watch, and I do wish him the best of luck wherever he goes, but inconsistency was the number one word that came to my mind if you want to talk about Thomas Castellanos, because the arm strength was there, but the accuracy wasn't.
Young man, welcome to the MAC. That's all I'm going to say.
Welcome to the MAC.
Bowling
future Bowling Green, Toledo,
Miami, Ohio.
Ohio Bobcats.
Ohio University. Yeah, a lot of good teams.
Akron, maybe.
Hey, maybe the Sun Belt
Akron.
Conference could use him. Hey, don't sleep on Coastal Carolina.
App State.
Oh,
Yep,
yeah.
Appalachian. They could use him up. It would be amazing. I mean, it would be remarkable if this guy somehow got the transfer to a big SEC school or whatever. But realistically speaking, I mean, if you struggle in the ACC, you're going to struggle anywhere. I would say maybe a Big Ten offer at best is on the table, but I don't think so. I do think he ultimately goes to the MAC or the Sun Belt.
Yeah, one of those. He's definitely not coming to the SEC. If he does, he'll be a Mississippi State Bulldog. But I'm not surprised. As soon as I saw he was benched and then he stepped away, I kind of had a feeling that this was going to happen.
I had a feeling too, but you can't deal with adversity.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't because of your poor performance.
Yeah, the transfer portal, to me, I just hate the way it's run now. It needs to go back to where it was, where you can only use it once and you have to sit out a year if you do decide to. because now these kids can just go to 4 schools in 4 years. Now, I can't speak for you guys, but I personally think that's stupid and terrible and ruins the
No,
game.
and it is. And like I said, Castellanos now will be going to his 3rd school in 4 years, and no eligibility gets cut off, which is good because it prevents these 26, 27-year-old quarterbacks like Northern Illinois' quarterback last year, who was 28 years old and was playing Boston College in week 1. I'm like, what is going on? But so I guess in that aspect, it's good, but you shouldn't hop around like it's free agency.
Yeah.
These kids are starting to treat the transfer portal like it's free agency. Mike, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's not how college sports should be run.
No, not at all.
I think there should be limitations to it, especially with how the whole Vanderbilt situation is going right now, where Dio Pavia, I think his name is, where he is having a whole dispute with the NCAA with his eligibility. I think what he's trying to do is very good for the sport because, get an extra year, 5-year senior, whatever. But don't be in college when you're 28 just to play football. There's no point.
Yeah,
there's no point.
What fucking is it? Miami's tight end or receiver, one of these
yeah,
or whatever.
But like
9-year senior or something.
Vanderbilt
89-year
is only
senior,
going for
and he's
year.
like the 3rd string.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
There's a 4-year starting over him.
Yeah. On the Vanderbilt thing, I do believe I saw that he lost his case against the NCAA.
He did lose his case. I don't know what the hell Diego was arguing there.
I don't either.
I think he wanted an extra year because he committed to college during like COVID or something.
Well, they should have a COVID year because they took. But other than that, just they need to redo the NIL and transfer portal needs to be fixed, but it's not going to. And you just have to grow with
and
this.
college football is going to do what makes them money, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And that's where teams like Colorado, who suck, are going to continue to get the high recruits. Anyway,
I mean, they're not that bad actually, not anymore.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. Yeah, we're gonna have to kind of watch how we talk about them because them boys.
Dion, I apologize. Travis, Shadur, don't fucking talk to me, Shadur. I don't like you.
I don't like you either. Travis, you're a dog, though.
The only thing Shadur ever did was create the greatest internet meme ever. Perfect timing.
Yes,
it's so great.
this man once said Colorado's only winning 3 games, by the way.
Listen, at that time, I didn't know the game of Deion Sanders, okay? Or Travis Hunter.
Still not good.
Shadur can go lay in a hole, okay?
He's so mid.
It's been a good night, guys. I'll see y'all later.
Oh, Jesus. Moving on. Before we get into our weekly predictions lesson, typically we film this on Fridays. It's Wednesday. Ain't no one posting their jersey. But we found one. Ladies and gentlemen, Michigan State winning jersey of the week. Now, they created this new white helmet that's supposed to represent the snow of Michigan, and they just kind of threw that on with the regular road jerseys and white pants. But again, Wednesday, no one really has announced their jersey combo on social media. Hell, when I was looking this afternoon, this wasn't even posted yet.
This was like 2 hours ago.
2 hours ago, roughly, it was posted. Not a good jersey. Probably the worst one we will have all year, but it's what we got to settle with.
Yep. They're going to look so good getting destroyed by Illinois on Saturday. But I like the helmet. The helmet looks really cool. But, yeah, it's just their normal away.
What a boring jersey.
The helmet's
That's
sick.
what we got, bro.
It's the best one we got. Don't shoot the messenger. Yell at the social media admins for these damn colleges.
I mean, Florida's wearing all blue. You could have done that one, but
I didn't know.
No one cares
that.
about Florida.
You
Dude.
could have
No one
texted
cares.
me that.
No one cares about South Florida either, but it's all right.
I was at a basketball game yesterday, and the student section was packed, and we were playing Arkansas Pine Bluff. So was pretty. They care.
Not about football, but you guys are. Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. You guys are tough in basketball, bro. That Florida game was crazy. I ain't gonna lie, y'all tough. You guys are so fast in basketball, man. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. We have a 5'9" point guard that is so fast.
This is a college football. USF's basketball team's really good. I ain't gonna lie.
Guys, what do I tell you about Harvard's men's basketball team? Anyways, oh my goodness. Now we're getting off topic.
We go with the Connecticut UConn.
Anyways.
What?
From Connecticut.
Yeah, Mike's from Connecticut. Did you guys think he was from Mass?
No,
He did. I didn't say anything.
I didn't say anything.
Yes, you did. You said there's 2 guys from Mass on here.
Oh, it's true.
I'm
Yeah,
not right now. I'm just not from there.
yeah. That's what I meant.
He lives in Connecticut, straight out of the border of New York,
Yeah.
for crying out loud.
That's true.
Anyway, on to our week 12 previews. And as we mentioned, we were going to talk about this Pitt team. And they are on the road against Clemson, who is coming off a win. But, I mean, they're still pretty pissed off that they lost to Louisville a couple Saturdays ago. Take this as you will. But if memory serves right, the last time these two teams played in Pitt, Kenny Pickett outdueled DJU, and Pitt pulled off a massive upset at home.
Sorry, DJ who? Sorry.
Exactly. But unfortunately, Clemson has a better quarterback, and Pitt now has a worse quarterback, so I do not think history will repeat itself. Give me Clemson 31-17.
Yeah, Clemson's winning this easily, I think. They're still mad about Louisville. Pitt got exposed by SMU when they versus a good ACC team. They get smacked. So Clemson wins 35-14.
Yeah, I picked Pitt over SMU because, my high school mascot was a Panther. I'm not going to pick the Panthers again because that was stupid logic. Clemson, Dabo he's not hitting the transfer portal and it shows. That's why they got smacked by Louisville. But I got Clemson winning this one pretty handily too.
Yeah, I'm going to go Clemson 41-21.
Realistically, Pitt's defense isn't terrible, but they ain't gonna be able to stop the Tigers because their offense just goes 3-and-out. They are way too inconsistent, and that was the one worry. Even when Pitt was winning all these games, their offense was their main worry.
Yeah.
And in games like this, that's going to come back and bite you. So we have Clemson winning our first game. Next on the docket, 24th ranked Missouri on the road against South Carolina. What in the world is going on? My computer's freaking out on me. There we go. Missouri, South Carolina. And Lennon, you wanted to talk about this game.
We all know Missouri's fraudulent too, but it's 21 versus 23, I think. And it's an SEC game. It's going to be a good game. Missouri's fraudulent. Fighting chickens win this one.
Yeah, Missouri comes in ranked 24th. South Carolina now 23. Ain't that funny? South Carolina is 6-3, and they are ranked ahead against. They are ranked ahead of 7-2 Missouri. That's funny.
2 words. Go Cox.
The original USC, baby. USC wins this one. Gamecocks.
Also, South Carolina winning that game against A&M kind of proved to me that they are a team that can bang with the best of them.
Man, we're all going to go South Carolina, I guess. I mean, understandable. We are all D1 Missouri haters. I mean, we don't try to be. We just say it how we see it. There has not been a quarterback in college football that has regressed as badly as Brady Cook, in my opinion. I was hyping this man up heading into the season.
He had a good year last year, but he hasn't found.
He has struggled this year, though. Goodness gracious.
I feel like it's the same kind of thing that it was Drew Lock at
Yeah.
Mizzou. where like he was really good for like 3 games, and then he was just like, okay, I'm gonna suck now.
Yeah. I still think he could win games for the Giants, but that's a different story. Yeah. South Carolina's going to win this one. Again, I told you, South Carolina is a much better team than their 6-3 record. If they can return everybody next year, they're going to be dangerous next year. They could have beat LSU, and it almost got LSU and almost got Alabama, both great games. So I'm a rock with the USC.
Yeah, fill in the blanks. We all will rock with the Fighting Cock. Moving on
Okay, there.
to 7-2 Arizona State. This is a school we haven't even thought about talking about. 7-2 Arizona State going up against Kansas State, ranked 21st ranked 20th on the road. This has potential to be the statement game Arizona State University needs. What do you guys think?
Forks up, baby.
Forks up. I love the confidence.
Go ahead, Mike.
Arizona State, I mean, if they want to prove themselves, they're going to have to win this game, but I don't think they're going to. I think Kent State's just proved themselves too much to where Arizona State has not at all. I trust Kent State more than I trust Arizona State. That's the main reason.
I honestly think K-State might be the most overrated team in the NCAA.
That's another statement from Drew. My picks never make any sense. I have like no logic when I make my picks.
Well, we know.
Okay, I have family in Arizona who all went to Arizona State, but I'm not picking Arizona State. I'm picking Kansas State.
I thought he was about to do the. I had family who went to Arizona State, so here you go.
No, I'm a pick one. K-State's quarterback. His hair is amazing. But yeah, no, I've liked Kansas State for. They're like, I don't know. I've always kind of rooted for them, I guess. I don't really follow them a lot, but I like their mascot. He's cool because he's like a human with a wildcat head. But yeah, no sense at all. But Kansas State wins this one. Sorry, Sun Devils.
Thanksgiving's gonna be weird, is what Mike just said. That's freaking hysterical.
I haven't seen them in a while, so
They're coming down.
They're coming down. They're giving me a piece of their mind. Listen, I'm with Drew on one thing. I think Avery Johnson is one of the most overrated quarterbacks in college football. Team as a whole, I mean a little bit, but they've squeaked out and they have won close games. They've looked okay. They looked bad in the beginning of the year, but they've gotten better. I didn't know the only real Kansas State game I've watched were the 2 games. It was the one when they beat Tulane. Last second, they stopped the 2-point conversion. And then the next week when they got absolutely stomped on by BYU, who is currently an undefeated team. Those are the only 2 Kansas State games I've really watched this year. Avery Johnson, he was another quarterback, kind of like Brady Cook. I was hyping up a lot heading into the season, and he just hasn't delivered that hype for me. But that being said, Arizona State, weaker schedule. Kansas State, they won't fall into this trap game. It'll be a close one, but I'll go Wildcats by 6.
Forks up. Forever.
Forever.
Bro's leaving South Florida?
Whoa. Hey now. Hey.
Hey, well, you said forever.
They're my secondary.
Secondary. Fair enough, I guess. Moving on to massive big
What the fucking
play. What the hell is the Hearts coming from?
And
And the fireworks?
Yeah, are you on like FaceTime or something, dude? What the hell? Why do you have the effects? That's so cool. Okay.
That's sick.
No, don't you? Okay.
Wait. Come on.
I've seen the thumbs before, yeah.
Right.
Do the heart again. Do the heart again. There you go.
Hey, there we go.
Okay. Oh,
I
man.
guess Drew loves Oregon too. Add him on the secondary team list. Anyway, he's fired up right now. You should talk about this one first, Drew. You seem very fired up about this one.
Oregon by 80.
80. Oh, come on now. We don't want to disrespect the Badgers. Lennon, you go.
Yeah, I picked against Oregon once, and I've regretted that decision. I'm never going to pick against Oregon ever again. I don't have hearts, but go Ducks.
The last time Wisconsin was relevant is Jonathan Taylor was the running back. So we're just gonna move on from that. Go ahead, Mike.
I saw Oregon winning this, even though if Oregon was going to lose a game, I think it would be this game, but I don't think they're going to lose a game. So I'm going about Oregon. I'll go 42-21.
42-21. What is with you guys? Okay.
What?
YouTube is killing me right now with these damn advertisements.
No way, bruh.
Are you?
No way. No, you're not going to do it. You faking. Matt, you just did a Pat McAfee. You're picking. There's no way you're picking Wisconsin.
Grant, don't do this to yourself.
Wisconsin 27. Oregon Ducks 30.
Okay. Thank you. Jesus. Okay. That was good.
Jesus Christ.
I wanted to do the troll so badly. Listen, I sent the GIF earlier in the group chat. I sent the Go Badgers GIF earlier. This game is going to be ridiculously close. Dylan Gabriel's going to ball, and that is ultimately why they're going to win this game, is because Oregon is the better offensive team. But hey, man, you got to give Wisconsin credit where credit's due. If they win this game, they clinch a bowl game. They have looked really impressive the last month. I'm giving Wisconsin their flowers. I can't willingly not pick the number one team in the nation, but Wisconsin's been looking pretty damn good.
Wisconsin's not scoring over 20 points.
They're a physical team. I think they could.
They could.
Oregon's going to win by at least 20.
Yeah, I think it'll be semi-close, but no, Oregon's going to win this one.
Let's see, Wisconsin at one point won 5 in a row, and now they've been dropping a couple of games. And, of course, this is also why I can't really pick Wisconsin, even though it's at home, is because the two teams they've lost to are the two big ones they've played, Penn State and Iowa. So I can't willingly predict an upset to happen.
Wisconsin lost to Alabama too.
They did? Wow.
Yeah, week 2.
Oh, okay. But Alabama, and again, this is where I come down to it'll be close, but you can't pick the upset because Wisconsin hasn't shown me enough to do it. But we will all go Ducks. We have all had the same predictions, and thankfully,
except for one,
last game,
Arizona State.
Oh yeah, Drew picked Arizona State.
But we've all pretty much been the same.
We've all been the same outside of one.
I'm excited for the last one.
Game of the day is the one that will spark up all the controversy. Bam! Game of the week. Final long shot. Tennessee on the road against Georgia. This game is gonna be fun. 7:30 prime time slot.
Going first.
There
Who's gonna
was
go first?
there's always
Tennessee comes into this week ranked 7th, Georgia 12th.
There's always a place I wanted to go, and it's called Rocky Top.
Really? Okay.
Good old Rocky Top. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Tennessee by a fucking million, baby.
I'm a big country music fan, and I think one of
What is with this reasoning?
What the I love country music.
I love country music. Let me blast Rocky Top of the. Okay, Mike.
Go Vols. Vols by 1,000,000 too. I'm with you on that.
What? You guys are insane.
I'm going Georgia.
No, Carson
no.
Beck's a
I
weirdo.
don't think Tennessee can score that much on Georgia's defense.
The defense that let Ole Miss score 20 plus and only scored 10 points last week. All right, come on, dude.
Georgia defense stopped Texas.
Fair enough,
They can't stop Tennessee's.
but they couldn't stop Ole Miss, and Ole Miss and Tennessee's better than Ole
bad
Miss.
games.
Everyone has bad
I
games.
think
So
Georgia
Jackson
just had a
Dart's a
bad
top 5
fucking
quarterback
game.
in the country.
Damn
I
right.
said-
I think Jackson Dart is better than the fucking Tennessee quarterback.
He
That-
is.
Exactly.
Don't you worry. He
Exactly.
is by a mile.
I don't. Georgia's defense isn't going to be able to stop Tennessee.
No, I'm not going to play
Offense
this
easily.
song. I'm not going to play this song to avoid copyright reasons, but who let the dogs out? Yeah, give me Georgia as well. Listen, they're at home, and they are coming off a loss, and both teams know what's at stake. The thing is with Tennessee is they have one loss, correct? They may not be entirely screwed. Georgia loses a third game. They are not making the college football playoffs. They are not. And this is their statement win that brings legitimacy to the program again. Now, one thing I do got to say, Carson Beck, he is throwing a minimum of 2 picks in this game. But we have seen before against Florida, against Texas, Carson Beck can turn over the ball, rely on the run game and the defense, and be fine. Georgia wins by 6. Very close game.
It's just like the Bama game. Bama and LSU last game. Bama had a thing. If they lost, they're not making the playoffs. If they won in a dominating pass factor, that proves that they're
Tennessee
in the
will
playoffs.
win
Georgia's gonna do the
31-28.
same thing. Georgia's not missing the playoffs. This game proves if they can make it or not. They're
Georgia
gonna
will win. Or Tennessee will win 31-28.
Tennessee wins. Georgia's not making the playoffs. You want to see
we
Georgia
know.
not make
That's
the
playoffs.
Are you
We're
really
bold.
convinced that an offense
think-
that's not named like Alabama is going to actually score over 30?
Am I convinced that Georgia's not going to score over 21 points? Yes, I do.
Crazy.
Because Carson Beck is a fucking stupid quarterback.
No, and he's playing bad, and he went from a day 1 pick to a day 3 pick in a span of 3 weeks. Don't get me wrong.
Let me say this.
Playing
Have you ever
terrible, and I'm
seen-
literally saying Beck will be throwing interceptions and stupid passes all day long.
Have you
They have
ever
a
seen
two-headed
the
monster
video?
at running back. ETN's finally gotten in a rhythm where he has looked solid enough in that offense. Offensive line, they give Beck time to throw. It's just his decision-making is terrible. And now with that loss to Ole Miss, they can't just rely on a tight loss to Alabama anymore. As Mike says, this team now has something to prove.
Have you ever seen the video of Napoleon Dynamite, like the guy that dresses up as Napoleon Dynamite, and he goes in his backyard and starts throwing a football around?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Carson Beck in a nutshell right there. Yeah, Tennessee by 1,000,000.
Grant,
Wrong.
you said to watch out for Georgia Tech's running back last week. I'm gonna give you this guy right here. Dylan Sampson has been
And
amazing.
Sampson's had a great year.
Squirrel White, baby. Squirrel White.
Squirrel White, Nico Hawaiian last name is he's not very good, but Tennessee has enough offensive players. If Tennessee can get a lead early, I think they can hold it. It's going to be tough. It's in Athens at night, in between the hedges. Don't get me wrong. I've never been, but I assume Athens is pretty loud at night. But I don't know. I also hate Georgia more than Tennessee. So,
Even if Tennessee gets out to a big lead in the beginning, I still don't think they can win it. Go back to the Alabama-Georgia game. Georgia was down, 35-0, and halftime comes around. The game ends till it's 45-42?
Yep. Something like that.
But they lost. But
Yeah, but
I
they
get
lost.
what you're saying.
No, but they lost.
Tennessee's
but
not
Tennessee's
Bama.
offense isn't Bama.
Tennessee is not Bama.
That is Tennessee beat Alabama
When they were both
convincingly.
terrible. They both hit a roadblock. Tennessee just got past the roadblock before Bama did.
Proving my point where Tennessee is going to beat Georgia this week.
How?
How?
Another
Squirrel
roadblock.
White and Dylan Sampson will
Bro,
have at
Squirrel
least
White.
100 yards themselves.
Well, Samson, a man who I never heard of until he was cooking the Gators.
He didn't even cook us till the fourth quarter.
Okay,
I
let's
know,
move on,
I'm just
please.
saying.
From Georgia's
Let's
defense.
move on.
I don't. Yeah, Florida should have beat Georgia too. If Flacco and everyone hurt, we beat Georgia too. Georgia's not.
If the running back did not kick Florida's defense,
Oh,
they
God,
did
it
kick Georgia's defense.
Lennon, you had Drew on your side until you didn't.
Yeah, you kind of lost me.
Well, okay, but Tennessee by
Still go Vols.
go Vols. Go Vols.
Go Volsy people. Oh, I can't willingly say go. Actually,
Go.
I can technically say go Bulldogs because that's technically our college, but that's not the point. By the way, we'll quickly talk about Division III football real quick. Shout out Dean College playing Gallaudet this weekend in the GNAC playoffs. Yeah, that's about all I'm going to say to that. I can't say an actual prediction because we are going to get absolutely spanked.
It's going to be
but
45-0.
Wait, you say Gallaudet
nice.
University?
You are a broadcasting member of the school,
don't
Mike.
care who's
Be
gonna watch
Wait,
nice.
Wait, did you say Gallaudet?
I guarantee it's not someone we know.
Did you say Gallaudet University?
Yeah,
Yes, I did. The deaf
You guys are
program.
going to get smacked by deaf football players?
Yes.
Lost to them 2 weeks ago. Division III football is weird.
Dude,
And we just fired our
Gallaudet is where
and
ASL,
we just fired our
American
head
Sign Language,
coach.
was born. That's the place where it was born.
Actually,
Yes.
that's sick.
So you guys are going to get smacked by deaf football players.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, they're going to be doing sign language all over the place.
We lost to them already.
How bad was it?
Our homecoming game was against Gallaudet. We lost.
How bad?
3 possessions.
It was 6.
Oof.
Yeah, it was 4-6
Yeah,
or something.
24-6.
Grant,
Something
they
like
can't
that.
hear what's happening.
Yeah.
They couldn't hear
we
my
lost.
sideline reports either for said game.
And we lost.
That's terrible. Okay. Yeah. No, I don't know nothing about D3, but I'll make a risk and say you guys shock the world because why not?
Respect it. Go Dean.
We're not going
Go
to.
Dean.
No.
Yeah, we're not going to shock the world, but go Dean anyway. Yeah.
Our lacrosse team's good.
Our lacrosse teams are good. Our volleyball teams are decent. Same with soccer. Not terrible.
Look at
Same with
that.
basketball.
What about baseball?
Baseball's
Baseball's pretty good.
fine.
Yeah, they could win.
But
Does Drew
No,
wanna go to
football
Mass-
is our worst on campus, unfortunately. Nice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude season 2, episode 13 of Campus Gridiron. If you have nothing to do on your lovely Saturday night, Tennessee, Georgia at 7:30. Me, Mike, going with the Bulldogs, and Lennon and Drew going with the Volunteers. Should be a fun one
Stupid.
in Georgia. Oh, be nice. Everyone, be nice. Relax. Enjoy college football Saturday, and we will see you guys next week for Week 13 action.